Hey, Matt, congratulations. Welcome. We appreciate you taking the time to do this. We have some members of the Philadelphia media and then also Australia-based media outlets on this call. So we are going to open it up to questions now, beginning with John Clark, and then we'll do Kristen Rogers.
Hey,
Thank you so much.
congratulations to you. Congrats.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's an incredible opportunity, and I'm truly grateful.
I was wondering if you could take me back to when you were deciding to be, I guess, a certified plumber and you were working towards that. Was there a moment where you were working where you just said in your mind, you know what, I am going to go chase my dream?
Yeah, I was at my first year as an apprentice plumber, trade school. So, every once in a while, towards your 3 month mark, you have to attend a trade school where, you continue to learn that craft. So I entered the Smoko lunchroom where I'd sat down and the San Francisco 49ers and Baltimore Ravens were playing in the Super Bowl. And I can remember clearly sitting there eating my lunch and watching it and thinking, if only I'd grown up in the US, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to play such a movie icon sport. You watch it and you see these incredible athletes play, and it's almost like a movie scene. So that's where this question mark of excitement started. But it wasn't until about 3 years into my apprenticeship that I was working on a construction site, a bridge that connected a massive football stadium, Adelaide Oval, to a convention center. And my tradesman at the time, Matt Hoare, was working with me in this tight little confined space between the bridge and the landmark that we're working on. So it was hot, humid day, about 110 US Fahrenheit, and we were crawling through this little passage. And I turned to him and said, "Man, I'm too big to be doing this. I miss sports, and I should be playing sports still." And he was laughing at me and began a conversation of how he had read that an Australian from, I think it was Sydney at the time, had gone to the US as a punter on a partial scholarship. And that's where this fire started. I literally hassled him to find out who this guy was, and that's where this dream started.
Okay, we'll go Kristen Rogers and then John McMullen.
Hi, Matt. So nice to meet you virtually. Welcome to Philadelphia when you're able to get out here. Curious, I read that you played rugby growing up, but you touched on it. What was it about the sport of football, though, that really made you think that this was the dream and this was the pathway that you wanted to follow? What was it about football, watching it, that made you think this was it?
It was that incredible brotherhood you see in movies. It was that whole energy that football brings. The physicality was something that shone out to me. I didn't know exactly when growing up that what position would be suitable for me, but you watch these positions like linebackers, D ends, D tackles that hit, and tight ends that catch incredible one-handed balls and score in movies and just on TV growing up. And you think to yourself, what an incredible sport to be a part of. And it's something that is we lack in Australia, having the opportunity, especially in Adelaide, to have that opportunity to go and chase this dream. So when that opportunity arises and hearing about that Australian punt in the US was something that I wanted just that foot in the door. I would have been a punter just to have my chance to be out on that field.
Okay, we'll go John McMullen and then Zach Berman.
Hey, Matt, congratulations. You bring up a punter. The Eagles have a couple Australian players already, and Cam Johnston, who's their punter, Jordan Mailata. And Jordan went through the international program as you did. Just curious to see if those guys have reached out to you or vice versa, and you've gotten any advice from them.
Yeah, I'm so fortunate that both have reached out. Before obviously anyone had announced it, Jordan was the first person to FaceTime me when he had seen that Twitter released that I was coming to Philadelphia. So to have that phone call and, to be welcomed in with open arms and, that excitement that Jordan had, I couldn't have felt more at home before I'd even got there. So, I'm completely blessed. And to have Cameron reach out to me on Instagram and just the excitement to get me out there, it just makes me want to hurry up and move to Philly already.
Okay, we'll go Zach Berman and then Dave Zangaro.
Hey, man, what do you make of the process in front of you here? What's it going to take to stick around, and what do you anticipate, I guess, training camp and whatever comes after being like for you?
The first thing that is always how I'm going to attack it. It's just my attitude and effort and persistence. I know exactly how, what it's going to take for me to, earn a spot or just to earn that, time to be able to have reps or, to have that opportunity to play. So, going in, it's going to be the same mentality that I've always had. I just want to keep my head down, continually to sponge in all the new information and really earn that respect to hopefully have time to play on the field.
Okay, we'll go Dave Zangaro and then Daniel Gallen.
Matt, you mentioned seeing football in movies and on TV. Are there any specific movies or TV shows that you recall watching as a child?
Yeah, growing up, watching the series Friday Night Lights was, an incredible thing for me. Watching that it was almost like that thought of, wishing you would go on to grow up in high school, go through America, go through college through America. So, having that opportunity where I actually got to attend, a university, it felt like I was living out that dream.
Daniel Gallen and then Mike Kay.
Hey, Matt, in the 5 years since you've been over here, you've played in Arizona, then you played in Iowa, and now you're coming to Philly. What was it like being able to play in different places like that, and how has kind of being able to be in different locations, do you think, shaped your development at all?
Without a doubt, two complete different, parts of the US, playing in the complete heat of Arizona and then moving in and playing in the snow of Iowa was completely different environments for me. But it was incredible, to have the development through going to junior college and, working my way up through there. And then obviously playing in front of, the crowds that Division I have is incredible. It's developed me in two different ends and, helped me to mold me to this next form that I'm going to.
Mike Kay and then Ed Benkin.
Hey, congratulations. The Iowa State fan base is pretty dedicated. They're a pretty, intense fan base, but you're coming to Philadelphia. What do you know about the Eagles fan base and kind of how have you prepared for that big of a crowd?
Yeah. Hearing about Philly's crowd base is, I'm proud to be a part of this. It's that diehard, loyal fan base that I feel that is the same thing at Iowa State. The loyal fans that are there through thick and thin. To be a part of the Philadelphia Eagles, organization now and to play for some fans that are loyal and there throughout everything is an absolute blessing and a pride to put on that jersey every week.
Ed Benkin.
Hi, Matt. Congratulations. Obviously, this is an uncertain time with everybody, and people who are getting into camps for the first time are a little bit behind. Have the Eagles talked to you? Have you been able to get some kind of training schedule going to be able to be ready once the time comes when everything opens up again?
Yeah, so it's a tough time to put dates on everything, but the Eagles and obviously my position coach Matt Burke has informed me of times and dates that we are going to start as a group. So I guess everyone's playing it as it comes, and that's all we can really do right now. But as long as I can kind of jump in and have these Zoom meetings with my position group and get ahead of the ball, that's all I can care about right now, and trying to make an influence now before getting back to the field.
Okay, and we have time for 2 more questions, and so we'll just open it up if anyone else has anything.
Well, I guess I'll go. Matt, how familiar are you with the Eagles system? Is anything close to what you played in college?
It is, running that 3 front and 4 front, having the true DNs rush, and it's more of an attack defense is something that we are common in the Big 12, especially at Iowa State. I'm excited to get out there and just be able to be around a different system as well. We ran a 3 front continuously through Iowa State, so yeah, we were attack and react kind of school. So to get out there and see them ends, be true rushers as well is exciting to be a part of. I'm just pumped to hurry up and get my head in that playbook and try to earn that spot.
And Matt, prior to finding out that you're going to join the Eagles, do you have a favorite moment or a favorite play that stands out to you in your football career so far? And can you take us through that?
There's many to me. What means to me the most always I guess will be is just being a contributor, whether I'm the one making the tackle or sack or whatever, being in the field during that time or getting a 4th down or coming off the field is on defense. To me, those are the times that I really cherish. As a play that really stands out and really remembers is, I guess, playing at West Virginia, coming out in that second half, we were down and changing the momentum in one drive, making 3 tackles in one drive and really turning the tables and flipping the switch, and we came back to get that win was something that really stuck to me. But it's always being a part of the field on that time with the boys and really stopping anything on defense.
And a quick question for Australia, Matt. You come from Adelaide, where Aussie rules is the sport. Why didn't you pursue Aussie rules? And also, where are you now? Are you in Iowa now? Are you in Philly now? Or?
I'm in my college town of Ames, Iowa still. I've been here the past month just working out and still working for mowing lawns for money right now and just keeping my head down and doing just keeping my head around football, especially with the time going on right now. But when it came to Aussie rules, it was something that I loved as well. I played at a club, Port District, which was a club next to my house. You grow up playing with the boys, and I did love it. But it always felt like it wasn't the sport for me. I loved the brotherhood and playing with the guys, but it wasn't, when your love fades for something, it was almost like I knew that it was my time up for it. And then that's when I continued to pursue my plumbing career.
And what do you charge per lawn to mow?
Man, whatever, it's more of the fact of just, helping our neighbors and doing it out of that. Sometimes I don't even want to take it. If I can help the people that once supported me at, Iowa State and, the loyal fan base that we had there and the community we have here, man, that means more to me than anything. They've supported me during my time here. So, man, I'll mow the lawn for free even when I'm in Philly.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.